doll collectors, hobbyists, fabsome besties. I'm an adult doll collector and a toy enthusiast. I get excited about miniatures, like this mixer from Tiny Frog Shop, and this Rilakkuma Rement box. I really want this little tea kettle, but I always get this refrigerator. On Amazon, sometimes you can get a complete box. That way you get the entire set. However, I found this one at Barnes & Noble like a billion years ago, so I don't know what's inside. And it's the curry set. I paid $9.95 for this a while back. I got a black tray with red painted edges. Let's put that right here. We are in our hidden doll room kitchen. I got a little pitcher, which I think is super cute, a white plate with a little curry meal. It's too cute to eat. A little bowl of soup, a glass with water to go inside, a silver colored spoon, and some paper accessories. We love minis so much around here that we even made a Roblox game called Miniverse too. Don't ask what happened to Miniverse 1, but this game was originally designed so we could run around and explore our doll rooms in a digital world. But lately, we've just been creating pretty much whatever we want. Oops, how did I end up in the closet? Oh, there we go. All right, this is supposed to be like a hotel room. Yeah, we've been having fun. Then recently, MGA came out with a product called Miniverse Make It Mini Food. I bought this from Walmart online. It was $9.97 for one. It is non-edible miniature toy food to build and collect. There are 18 recipes, including shakes, desserts, and more. And it is a resin toy. Well, not the whole thing, but there is a resin element. All right, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. I have a very sensitive system and I'm not in a rush to play with resin. I'm also not totally excited about the UV part, even though you can use the sun. But we're gonna check this out and see what we can do. It comes in a capsule. We can remove the outer layer, pull the tab, and remove the next layer. Pull another tab and remove another layer. It's got layers, like an onion. Let's open the capsule. There are instructions in several different languages, important information, and a couple of lovely little warnings. Contents are not real food. Do not eat. Caution, very warm resin under UV exposure. Avoid skin contact. Wash hands thoroughly after use. Avoid touching resin with fingers before the gel is completely dry. Always use supplied tweezers. Avoid playing with resin with broken skin. Keep resin away from eyes. If irritation occurs, discontinue use. Use in a well-ventilated area. An adult must be present when playing with resin. It is recommended to set resin in direct sunlight. The intensity of the sun may vary depending on your location and time of day. Have fun reading all of that. There is a collector's guide with the recipes on the back. Ooh, some of these look pretty cute. I'm loving all of the little dishes and pie pans. Here are the tweezers. They are plastic and there's a little ball thing. We get a tiny little table that we can assemble. It's a little small for our 1/6 scale dolls, standing a little under 2 inches tall. Maybe it could be used as a coffee table or a side table, depending on the height of your dollhouse furniture. We have 5 packages made out of plastic, and inside this one we have a little plastic container of blueberries. It says Happy Sunny Farms. Those little blueberries are so cute, in my opinion, of course. In the next bag we have Sunny Days Berry Syrup. It's a little tiny bottle and it came with a little nozzle. It has a little warning label attached, and so this is the resin. This bag has a little silver colored fork. I like that. And this is a white cake stand with a clear top. And our last little plastic bag has the cheesecake. Yes, this is the one that I wanted. And at the very bottom, there's a little cardstock doily with an M on it. Let's clear our table real fast. Place a couple of plants outside for a little ambiance. place our new minis on the table. These are so cute to me. The little blueberries are my favorite, and I think they're plastic. Here's our little paper doily, fork, and tweezers. Oh, cool. The table fits inside of the little half circle thing. Then we can put the top on and display the mini. You know, for smart doll collectors, we could use the table as a cake stand and the bottom of the capsule as a bowl. Most of these items look like a good size for our 1/6 scale dolls. I can place them in my doll's hand. Very cute. On the instructions, it says to think of the resin like glue. So I'm just gonna use Mod Podge instead. Yeah, it should work. It'll take a little longer to dry, but I think we'll get the job done. However, it might not work as well for the drinks unless you put the Mod Podge in, allow it to dry, add another layer, allow it to dry, just because it kind of shrinks down a little bit when it does dry. For me, anyway. And I can use the collector's guide to try to get the colors right. On a piece of clear plastic, I take a purple washable marker and color it. Add a little bit of Mod Podge. There we go. Mix it. I open the cheesecake, which is just 2 discs. It feels like maybe a plastic. It's made of 2 pieces that fit together. The bottom is a darker brown, the top is cream. Got a nice little fade around the edge there. Put it onto the cake stand. Add the purple tinted Mod Podge. Let's get it all the way around those edges. Open the container of blueberries. Let's use the tweezers to pick them up and place them onto the cheesecake. I have to admit, this is kind of fun. You totally get the feel that you're crafting miniatures, but someone's already done most of the work for you. We are just adding those finishing touches. After covering the top, I still have a few blueberries left over. I add a little Mod Podge to the fork and then a blueberry and cover it with a little more Mod Podge. I add more Mod Podge to the top of the cheesecake, then allow it to air dry. Depending on how thick you laid on that Mod Podge, it can take a while. And I think I made mine a little too purple. So I'm gonna brush on just a little red. And we're gonna let that dry. It'll probably be ready by, I don't know, tomorrow. Let's take a look at another one, because I like all the little miniatures, like the little Tupperware and stuff like that. I mean, those blueberries are still on my mind. We have another table, more tweezers, a little cardstock placemat. Let's place that on the table. This is a spoon or a fork. Let's put that on the placemat. This is the resin. I'm just gonna keep this in the bag since we're not using it. And here we have a plate. Ooh, a nice white plate. See, these are all the little things that I love. And here we have a box of waffles. That's fun. And what's this? A little container of strawberries. We have whole strawberries and sliced ones. That is really cute. Instructions, warnings, and fun stuff like that. The collector's guide. And our last bag is... what's that? Whipped cream. We just have to remove the plastic and the top opens. That's kind of cool. You know what? This would totally make Tupperware for dolls as well. Just saying. The whipped cream is sculpted, so that's gonna look good. First, let's take the waffles out of the little box. Oh, I love the back. And here are the waffles. Oops. We have some nice coloring there. I like the randomness of the edges. It looks like my waffles. I'm not a cook, y'all. Let's make the syrup with a brown washable marker. Mix in a little Mod Podge. Let's add our mixture on top, and we're just gonna try to make it look like it was poured on. I'm gonna let this dry. And I did them both separately so we can still move them around. If you don't want them to move around, then you just need to glue everything together. I even made a few little pools of syrup and I allowed them to dry. Then I'm just gonna peel them off the plastic, place them on the plate, then put the waffles on top. So it looks like some of the syrup has dribbled onto the plate. And now we can just add the strawberries onto the plate and keep them removable so that we can put them in the container when we want or on the waffles. Add the whipped cream and breakfast is served. Let's take the little whipped cream container and replace it with a Mini Brands Cool Whip. Then I'm going to remove the label so I have a miniature food storage container. Love it. You know, in case we have leftovers. My cheesecake is still not completely dry. I mean, it's dry to the touch, but it hasn't gone completely clear yet. I think I got a little happy with the glue. But we know that it does work with the waffles, so I'm pretty certain this will be okay too once it's had time to, clear up. And it's good to know that there is an alternative to the resin and UV lights or sunlight for those of you who may be interested. I think these are pretty detailed miniatures. We could probably even mix them in with our Rement. And mini brands. Here is some juicy juice that I got in a previous video. We could even do Sunny D. Here is a Rement pancakes with whipped cream and blueberries. I think it's pretty comparable to the waffles. The only difference is that these are not all glued together, which I kind of like, and that is why I chose to keep my items separate. What about Totally Tiny from Just Play? Sometimes I can still find these at Five Below. I have a nice little breakfast collection. Here is a waffle, so we can compare it with the Make It Mini food. We might as well throw some foodie mini brands in there and Barbie food. I'm gonna switch out the waffle, the Totally Tiny waffle, for this one because it has just a little bit more going on. And let's add some oranges. And let's add this drink from Hard Rock Cafe because I think it looks pretty good. Let us know in the comments down below which one is your favorite. Totally Tiny, Make It Mini Food, Rement, Barbie, or Mini Brands. I love to see that the dolls have so many options, and we have heard no complaints yet. Thank you for joining us while we took a look at miniature food for our dolls. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff, the Frog Vlog, and Bella of My Froggy Stuff. And we will see you next time.